Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Tony Stark Iron Man, issue number 12. This is indeed a War of the Realms tie-in. This was a pretty interesting book. I believe that the dragon in here, yes, the dragon, is a new character. It's not a Foom, but the Fooms are referenced. Anyway, let's get into this. This issue is called Thou Covetous Worm. Writer Gail Simone, artist Paolo Villanelli, color artist Edgar Delgado, letters VC's Joe Caramagna, cover by Alexander Lozano, and the variant cover is by Nexon. Gonna have to look that one up. Carlos Lau is the graphic designer. And of course, Stan Lee and his brother Larry Lieber, along with the first inker I ever knew who graduated to full on artist, that's Don Heck, and Jack Kirby, who could do whatever the hell he wants to do, are the four creators of Tony Stark and Iron Man. So this was fun, man. This is supposed to take place before issue number 1 of War of the Realms. Take that. So prelude, prequel, and Malekith, who has had his own run-in with Tony Stark at one point, comes along and meets up with this dragon. Sutterang is his name. Sounds like Boomerang, except it's, Sutterang. I don't know, man. I think this is a new character. This is the new character I was referencing. I looked it up. I don't see anything on there. I don't remember anything about this character. Something in here about a cousin of Sutterang's who was killed by a lucky shot by an arrow. And at first I'm thinking Lord of the Rings, the Black Arrow? Is that the what? No, by a janitor. Yeah, no. No, that can't be it. So I don't know what that reference is to. Maybe it's to absolutely nothing. Gail Simone likes to have fun with her writing. She likes to have fun all the time, which, yay. We could kind of use more people like that. I don't know where exactly this is going, but Tony Stark, by the end of this, something happens to his armor that's fairly interesting and is probably going to throw his dumb ass off for a while, because he doesn't know how to handle this one particular aspect of the Marvel universe. This was fun, however. If I had to make one complaint, and I hesitate, because I like to make one complaint about everything, and I really hesitate to do it because it is Gail Simone, and she likes to mess with people sometimes. There's the comment in here that Malekith makes, I would love to take down Tony Stark himself, but, it's in his name. His suit is made out of iron. Elves and dark elves, they have an inability to function around cold iron. Cold iron, if you want to look it up, is iron that doesn't have to be heated above a certain temperature in order for it to be folded or, manipulated in the way that it's intended to be manipulated. Iron Man's armor is neither made of metal. It's not made of metal. It's not made of iron, nor is it necessarily iron-based. And it's certainly been heated above the cold iron specs table. So, no, this armor wouldn't qualify whatsoever. Maybe this is just something that Malekith is saying to trick Sutterang into doing his bidding, because he is a dragon after all. he's smart, just... either way, this was fun. Yeah, it's hard to pin anything on Gail Simone. I remember this one tweet that she did, which I thought was hysterical. And she was obviously just, throwing out a trick question to see if she could troll somebody by thinking that they were going to troll her instead. She says, which is hotter? Superman's heat vision or Cyclops' optic blast? And it's like, this is obviously a trick question because everybody knows that his blasts don't generate heat, right? So, Cyclops is. So I don't know where this is going. I don't know where a lot of this is, but the issue itself was fun. I won't say it's deeply analytical, but it does get into the psychosis and certainly the psyche of Tony Stark. It gets into his personality is that you have to be an interventionalist around him for everything. In this particular case, Rhodey is trying to help him out for more than just the alcoholism, but the alcoholism is actually what's right on the cusp of who Tony Stark is at the current moment. and it's referenced here. Just that alone makes this a good book for the thought process. But make no mistake, this turns into a slobberfest, slobber knocker. This turns into a big punching contest. Tony Stark ain't looking too good like he might win. But a certain comment, which I kind of alluded to earlier, is what causes a brief hiatus in the battle. So we'll see what happens later on. This was a fun comic book. There's so much to talk about. There's literally right now, there's more I wish I could talk about, and it doesn't have to be spoilers necessarily. I just don't want to make the video any longer than it has to be. I'm not interested in reaching that 10-minute mark that so many other YouTubers are desperate to make so they can throw in extra commercials. Now I'm good with just the one. But there was a lot to think about with this, a lot to digest, a lot to mull over. And there's still going to be one more issue coming up, so definitely looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.